All right, we've met with a lot of groups before races, and now it's time to do some testing after your race to make sure that you're trending in the right direction as you start that new training cycle. Here's an example of why, okay? So this is a chart that you're gonna get with our testing, and it tracks your VO2, VLa, your anaerobic threshold, fat max, and percent of VO2 at threshold. Now, depending on what you're training for, these numbers are going to need to adjust, but we want to track them to make sure they're trending in the right direction. For this individual specifically, when they started doing their testing, we saw an immediate shift in VO2, which increased, VLa increased, which means they were doing a lot of hard efforts, and threshold was trending in the right direction. Now, after the short distance race, we did another test to make sure that as we start training for the longer distances and adding more volume, these numbers track properly. So you could see VO2 leveled off a little bit, but then increased. Threshold continued climbing, which is good, but you can see here the VLa started to drop a little bit. That's exactly what we want for those longer durations. We don't want a ton of lactic acid production just sitting in those muscles. So if this started to go up, the VO2 might drop. So it's definitely important to track these. Reach out. We have in-person testing available and remote testing. You will get this graph, and we are here to help.